Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome back to another morning view, and welcome to the beginning of your match day, the beginning of the rest of our season, because it doesn't end here. We will be marching on in Europe. I'm sure of it as well. Yeah, 100%. Nah.
Fleck.
I'm feeling confident.
Ooh.
Nah, I'm back from the gym. I feel happy. It's bright outside.
Ooh.
We ain't going out tonight. It's fine. We ain't going out tonight. That's not. We're not ending this. There you go. F4. PS. We're gonna do this. We are gonna do this. Compost Smurf, stop it, Fleck. No. There's no stop it. This is. I've thought of something. Yeah. It's just a feeling. It's a feeling that I've been having. Like, I'm just so fed up. Yeah. Obviously, of this season, we all are. And I'm fed up going into every single game. Like, this person's going to do that. I just want to feel like a fan again, a proper fan who I believe in the team for a game or so or whatever. And I just feel that this is the game where I'm like, we ain't going out. We ain't going out. As Arteta said, over my dead body, we ain't going out, mate. We ain't going out.
Or just see the Arteta if someone goes, "You going out tonight?" and just
yeah, just walk off. Exactly. Nah, Sociedad. Nah.
Come back. What? Wait, I see if you're going out. If you were,
we'll win tonight.
Competition, like, no,
we'll win tonight.
I mean, look. When it comes to it, there is some optimism, isn't there? Of course, we've had many a false dawn this season, Fleck, haven't we? When it comes to Manchester United. With good results against the likes of Arsenal, against Man City, against Liverpool, big teams. And then usually we follow that with a loss or some kind of devastating defeat that kind of just wipes all of it out. But after the weekend, there's a bit of optimism there. We still got massive problems, in terms of numbers limited. We still got the injuries, a couple of players back, which is positive. I think it goes back to probably the caliber of the opponent, doesn't it, really? I think it's looking at Real Sociedad going, they didn't really score a lot of goals. Like, it feels quite an even match, doesn't it? But maybe between two sides that aren't great, but even our home record's not very good. It's like, I think we'll edge this one out. And then you look towards the rest of the competition and go, I suppose as bad as we are, I suppose we could. And I think all the fans, we spoke about this the last few days, haven't we? I think that we're waiting for something, anything. Can we hold on to something? And that's maybe why there was a lot of obviously polarizing reaction to the stadium stuff the last few days. And I think a lot of people were feeling optimistic because they genuinely like the stadium and they like that clubs moving forward in some direction, maybe not in terms of the performances, but okay, that's a step forward. And I do think there is a genuine want from the vast majority of people to be like, just if you can give me anything, I'll hold on to it. You've just got to give me something. I mean, because there's a lot of fans that are like very, very positive and they'll always try and believe and what have you. And with as bad as we've been, it's just really difficult to believe. But it's like, if you can give me anything,
just give me something. And you know what? Maybe it's a personal thing, yeah. Maybe it's just myself because I'm fed up. Like, I'm so fed up of being miserable. For one last hurrah, well, not one, hopefully, because I'm saying we're going through, so there's going to be more. But like in this competition, I've just gone, you know what? What's the point? I can't tell people how to fan. Like we say, we can't tell fans how to fan. But at the same time, I'm fed up of being like just negative and miserable. And you know what? Completely 100% unequivocally realistic going into every game. I'm bored of that. For one game only. And again, more in the Europa League when we get through. But for this competition, I've decided whilst we're in it, I'm fully in. I'm not. Yeah. I've done it, bro. It is the 13th of March. The season started on, I don't know what date in August, right? But Friday. It started in. Was it? It was a Friday night, innit? Yeah, Fulham. Yeah. Whatever date that was. Yeah. Since August to now, every single weekend, every single midweek, every single game, I'm going. Can't see it. This, that, and a third. I'm tired of that. And if this backfires and all of these things, whatever, I'll deal with it then. But I truly believe in this moment, this moment in time, I just feel like, nah, we ain't going out. And you know what, Devon? It's not even a classic flex flip-flop. It's not like, bro, flip-flop is going back and forth. I ain't been going back and forth, bro. I've been stuck in the negativity all year, just like you have, Devon. So for now, again, whoever wants to just fair play, still on the like completely realistic side and saying, listen, this team, they're criminals. Dallow's not going to pass it at the right time. Onana might F up. All of the, I ain't saying they're not. That's fine, cool. I'm just saying, for now on in this competition, I'm not investing my energy into that. I'm not.
A flip flop would be we go out tonight, and then you go, I told you we'd go out.
Exactly.
that would be a flip flop. But I know what you mean. And
negative. I'm just fed up with negative.
Yeah,
I need something. And
even if it is, somewhat delusional, and you're trying to manifest, then that's what we've got, isn't it? That's what we've got. But I don't think it's totally delusional, because having watched the game last week and seeing Real Sociedad, I mean, it'd be a different thing if, like, we were playing, if it was the Premier League and it was a mid-table team, we're playing Brighton at home, you'd be like, I still don't really.
Like, bro, when we go Forest away, when we go Newcastle, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, exactly. But watching Real Sociedad last week, going, they're not.
Why am I being scared? Like, what?
Yeah, I know they've got, they'll probably have Zubimendi back. Well,
they will.
Okay, but we'll have a couple of players back this evening too. So okay, but it does kind of feel there, and you do just get the impression with this group of players too, and we have kind of seen it. There is something to be said about the big games this season. They have actually got kind of up for, and they can't, as much as, Sir Jim says, oh, it's not like a light switch. You can't, flip it on and off at Manchester United. You can't, for those players, apparently it is, because when they do play, big matches, like at the weekend, you go, actually, they played all right against Arsenal, actually they did okay. And they played Liverpool at Anfield, you go, actually, they played all right, And you pointed that out at the weekend, and I hadn't thought about this, since Ruben Amorim's come in, all of those big games, as much as we're talking about our away record's been really good, it's because all of those big games have been away from home. We haven't had big games at home.
No.
We've had big games at home in the sense that people close to us, therefore, in the context of our season, it's a big game. But really, maybe you say Newcastle's probably the biggest team we've played.
Newcastle's the biggest one, and obviously we've got absolutely dusted.
Absolutely smashed.
Dusted. But traditional big six,
exactly. Arsenal was the first, So you go, okay, that's,
and we've done okay.
And we've done okay. So this would be tonight a big, it's not the European night we would like, but it's a big European night.
It's do or die.
Exactly. It is do or die. It's your season. Your season is honest. We've got nothing to play for in the league. We're not going to get relegated, and we're going to have some really shitty results coming up soon, by the way, in the league. So, but we're safe. We're out of the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. We were out of that. This is it. And it's not even necessarily about, it's about getting in the Champions League next season. I'm not even thinking about it like that at the moment. That's too far ahead. I just want the season to carry on for a bit.
Thank you, bro.
I'm not even looking like, it's our only route into the Champions League next season. Seeing some of those teams in the Champions League, that's quite worrying. I just want the season to carry on for a few more weeks. That's what I want.
And that is a brilliantly put point, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're thinking, what are these two on or whatever, if you don't agree, that's fine. Like Lil Yo says, this game is make or break. It is, because if you lose tonight and we're out, we just pack up. Just get the debt checked. Like, what? Go on your holidays now. Don't even watch Man United. Like, what's the point? Like, everything would mean nothing. It would just be getting through to next season just because you have to play the games. Not going to get relegated. Not going to go too many positions up the table. And, play some youth or something, or just whatever. Like, because it'll be nothing. So for me, I'm 100% with you. I just want the season to carry on. Is that I'm not even thinking about the final. If we spoke about the Europa League on a bigger project, yeah, of course, let's get to Bilbao. Let's go. Do you know what I'm saying? That's we want to end up there. We are favourites on paper, and within the context of Europe, I know this. People say, had the bars on the floor, or the mighty Man United. Forget that. We are where we are. So in the context of this season, we can actually look at it in context of Europe and go, we ain't lost the game. We ain't lost the game in Europe. And I've been there in Galatasaray. I was there at Fenerbahce. I was there at Porto. And I felt awful, like the way that we didn't win those games or we hung on or whatever. The context was different. Yeah.
The Porto Flex's view is one of the best ones ever, because it's like he's in the tunnel and obviously he can't be too loud, but he's also raging at the same time. So it's like a bit of like a low whisper. And I'm sick of these players. And I tell you what, they're all disgraces. They're criminals. They're out on this pitch. And
I'm like, but can they hear me?
I think they all need to go. They need to all rip it up. This is getting worse and worse and worse. And it's like ASMR Fleck, you know.
Whisper shouting, yeah. Manish's whisper shouting. Is that what I did in that game?
Yeah.
Is that what was I in the tunnel then? Or outside the tunnel?
Yeah. You were in some area.
Oh no. That was, I'll tell you where I was. I was in the mix zone. That's why I was in that whisper shouting. Because what happens in the mix zone is obviously you've got all of the other broadcasters setting up. And I was like, Josh, I need this to go out now. I'm not waiting to speak, because we spoke to Harry Maguire that night as well, because he saved us, isn't it? I said, I'm not, because all the players will start walking past, so let's get the reaction done now. And then, but obviously you can't really start cussing down the place. And then people are like trying to, sorry, I'm just going to get this wire around it. Sorry. And I'm like, yeah. Fucking the pricks, the wankers, these lot. They're just honestly like, I do remember that now. So I was thinking, I went at the time, I was in the mix zone.
And then I think it was Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce one. KG and myself were doing the match view, and you called in, and you were like, I can't hear what you're saying, but listen to this. And then literally he was like, a video call you. And then literally our build-up for like 20 minutes was Flex, my phone up against the camera, up against my camera here, and you going, listen. And then at one point you were just talking to the fans, going, it's loud, isn't it? It's very loud. Yeah. It's madness.
Do you know what? Yeah, I have to say, I'm a mad field reporter. Like, there's no training. There's no. I don't feel it's polished. I don't know. Like, I just do me. I just do the vibe of what I'm feeling at the time. And I have to say, I ended up on Turkish social media, one of the biggest guys with millions of views, saying the United fan is amazed by our atmosphere. Something, he translated it for me. Some big TikToker or social media guy. I can't remember his name. Follow him now. Actually, can't remember his name now. That you just got to you get it. That's the beauty of it, though, isn't it? That's the beauty of it. How many times have I, we travel the world watching United, and we bring you this type of content, and that night, to be fair, that was pure, like, real. That's what it was like. That's what it was like. It was mad. I remember being at the Wanda Metropolitano as well. When they asked us, I tell you what, we're in trouble here. That was United view as well, wasn't it? Yeah,
because there is a hilarious story with that one. So, like, the game's going on, and this is still like just sort of coming out of COVID. Fans are back, but there's still like COVID protocols and all this kind of thing going on. And during the game, in one of our groups, we got like a message pop up, and it was from Josh. And I was thinking, I thought Josh is there with Flex. Like, what's going on? And Josh put up this picture, and one day I'll find it again, of him. He is behind the goal.
Oh yeah.
Doing the Rock's eyebrow like that, whatever. And there are the athletic ultras behind him, saying everything you can possibly think of at him, because they know. And like,
did Josh get spat on in that? Well,
I don't. I'm not sure. But literally, it's his face, and they are furious.
When was that? February. That was February
2022. So it's a while ago. It's a long time ago.
There you go, June 20. Oh, this only goes up to March 23, so it was before this group.
Well, he would have been in this group, but sometimes they like disappear, don't they? I think. Oh, I might have it, Flex. I might have it.
You comment, Owen. I believe in you.
Yeah,
I'll be here.
I might have it.
Oh, it's me hugging Varane.
Mine only goes up to September 22.
Oh, mine goes to May 23.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Shit. But
Raphael Varane, no.
But honestly, the picture is incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible.
Josh probably got it in his phone.
Yeah, he's in his little UEFA bib as well. You know, it's amazing.
Yeah, man. So I don't even know how we went down that rabbit hole.
Just European nights. You want more European nights. That's what it is. You want more European nights.
That's it.
And
Terrence
even if Flex has to go with his selfie stick again by himself.
Hey, listen, and how good was that, by the way? How good was that?
I knew you,
bro. And you know what the funny thing about that is? Yeah, the funniest thing about that is I pulled up in the mix zone. People just so think of the big massive broadcasters like this. Yeah, imagine holding a big massive f-off camera like this, and it is me just going. Is he serious? Is all that? It was funny.
In that little press room, there's literally they pan the room, and there's a picture of you sat in the furthest corner by yourself, like that.
Yeah. Bro, I got a seat on the side of Jose. Like I was next to Jose on the side because it was the smallest press coverage room. So like even the thing was so close. Even Jose went. Right. I said, "Right, Jose." And he carried on talking to the media that way.
And then when we got like the question back, you were like, "I've got this filmed," and then I went, "Oh, that was good. Well done." He went, "Alex Cook filmed that."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like, "Cookie's my cameraman." He's like, "Cookie's my cameraman, mate." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I was sitting next to it was Sam Matterface and Alex Crook actually, and I goes, "Oh, I need to go." I said, "Save me a seat there. I need to go to the toilet, or whatever." So I go, "Sam, do you just get shotgun me that?" And then Crookie, just before, and the thing is, I gave him no warning. No, I was like, "Crookie, I've got a question here. Hold that. Get that for me." Yeah, sure. Yeah. Afterwards, I was looking back at it. I was going, "Well done, mate. Well done. That's good. That's good." Oh, it was funny. It's funny, man. Yeah. Terrence Pace says, "Morning, boys. Have to admit, worried about tonight. Inconsistency has been our middle name this season. Great game one day. Shit the next three. But we'll see." Yeah, listen. I ain't gonna argue with facts. That's what, I'm on this. Like, we ain't going out tonight, no matter what. But people putting up the legitimate reasons as to why we've been shit. Oh, agree with every single one of you. Every single
absolutely,
one.
Absolutely. And we'll need positivity. So I've gone through my Rolodex this evening, Flex, and I've drafted in an additional member for the match view. And I can confirm that KG, that comedian, and myself will be joined once again by Mr. Marcel, king of the fascia.
Yes. Well, I tagged you on Instagram because he sent me something on Instagram.
He sent me that too. He sent me that too.
Yeah.
With a lot of messages.
I do feel, Owen. Like, I know you was laughing at him, whatever, but he was. It's a real thing what he's saying. Like, it's just funny the way he maybe just went to it and is so confident and so calm about it. It's just the Marcel delivery, but it's a real thing. Like, you have to. The athlete's got to look at it.
These messages, right? So he sent me the same thing that he sent to you of this page of this like doctor physio guy. And he said, "This guy builds footballer from the feet and the hips. Will fix Mason Mount completely as he has a hip and foot issue. Once he starts training, the way his body functions for football will be completely different to the generic/traditional training methods in football." And I went, interesting. Maybe it'll work for him. He definitely needs to change something, right? I woke up this morning. He went, "Owen, ... Maybe. Maybe, bro, I'm not working on maybe in this universe. I've given you a definite. This man on the United View channel will change everything as you know it when it comes to the body and physically conditioning work. I'm talking life altering understanding and knowledge." This was at 7:30 this morning. He's dropping maybe. I don't work on maybe in this universe. I'm giving you a definite. So Marcel's on tonight.
There you go, and that's what you're up against, Mr. Churchill. Well, yes. Mr. Churchill, you can laugh, Mr. Churchill, but you didn't build the computer. There are bits about the computer that you don't know about. So there's bits of the body that we still haven't accessed yet. So take his point. Take his point.
On Sunday, I don't know how this took this long, but he kept calling Cheeto Cheeday. And me and KG
Marcel was
went,
doing that.
Yeah, me and KG went, it's Cheeto. It must have taken 10-15 minutes to explain why his name was Cheeto. And like it was a whole thing. And then he went, well, I call him Cheeday. And we were like, yeah, but that's not his name. And he went, yeah, but everyone can call anyone what they want. And I was like, yeah, but that's not his name though. Like it was just a whole
because he was one of the first ones to when we was calling Mina for the first, however many months. He went straight into it like, no, it's Minna. That's like
but he was like, and then he was he's gonna be me and KG tonight, so that'll be fun. And we haven't lost. We haven't lost. Us three on the match, we haven't lost. So
that's it. And it ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change tonight. A little bit of breaking news on the team news front. Man United have added Tyler Fredrickson and James Scanlon to the Europa League B list to face Real Sociedad tonight. So the B list, that's obviously the team the list that if you need to dip into putting somebody else on the bench, you can select from them. So they will travel, but probably still won't be on the bench. I don't know. But it could still be on
9. Yeah, I think you can name 9 on the bench, and last however many games we haven't named the full bench for ages. Actually, and it's quite funny actually the sort of narrative that comes out of that. It's like Flexy's sending a message. He's sending a message to the board.
No, it's just interesting.
He don't have any players. He's just like, it's not even sending a message. Because I think he's of the mindset of, and we kind of saw this a little bit when Marcus Rashford was named on the bench, but he didn't bring on, that if he's got no intention of possibly using you, then he's just like, I'm not even going to bother naming you on the bench then, because I just don't want to. Unless there is the smallest fraction % chance that I might use you, then I'll put you on the bench. If I know I'm not going to use you, I'm just not going to waste your time, basically. So I think that's probably why. I don't think it's, this sort of 4D. He's sending a message to Omar Barada that he's unhappy that he wasn't backed in January or whatever.
No.
I got the impression with all of these interviews this week that they actually are pretty much on the same page. And you can maybe see why in these press conferences, why he is pretty comfortable with, his status and being able to do what he wants and not really changing, because at least for now, he's got full backing of the board. And I think he probably realizes that it has to work with me for them, because they've made a few mistakes already, especially considering that Sir Jim has admitted that they have made mistakes. This week, that's a big turning point too. He's gone, we made a mistake with Ten Hag. We made a mistake with Dan Ashworth. If they sacked Ruben Amorim and admit that that's another mistake, then you go, well, in the space of 12 months, you've made 3 really high profile and costly mistakes. So they can't really afford another one. They really can't. So it's for everyone's best interest to make the current situation work, isn't it? So, and that's going to be by backing him in the summer as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, facts. I think that's why he's been speaking so candidly and strong, like in this whole lead up. One, because he's an honest person, and he says that. He goes, well, it's been fine with Sir Jim because he's basically down the middle and says it as it is, and so do I. So Ruben quite likes that. And 2, I just think, like you said, he knows they ain't getting rid of him now. That's so he's good. He can just work on what he needs to do. Shout out to everybody bigging up Joe Blackman yesterday for his debut on the channel. He finally came through to the full view. He came with the soundboard as well. You know what I'm saying? The sounds were sounding. And it was a wicked debut, man. Wicked debut.
I enjoyed that last night. That was a good show last night. That's what we were saying recently with the full view. The full view is going to be the fullest view probably it's ever been. Like last night, there was like 7 people on there. Probably in the future, there might even be more. And it's just going to be that. Just a lot of opinion, a lot of back and forth, a lot of madness. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. That's the slot. Hopefully, we'll be talking a lot for the rest of this season anyway about Europa League still to come the next day. Hopefully, that will be the case after this evening. But yeah, last night was a good one. It was good vibes. John, he was there as well.
Yes,
and speaking some positivity. He got some divisive, feedback when it came to Mason Mount. He was saying he still believes in Mason, which got to say a lukewarm reaction would probably be an understatement. I mean, about all that Mason Mount stuff.
Yeah, Bradley said he's a fraud as well. Yeah, he's a fraud. I thought that was a bit strong. But Bradley,
he did back. Either way, he backtracked a little bit. He said, "I retract it." He says, "I retract it a little bit," which was good. That's not really a full retraction, is
Bradley. I never wanted him in the first place. And he's a fraud.
Yeah.
And he's got number 7. And he's when he plays, not even that good. Don't do anything.
250k a week.
Which, listen, a lot of what you said is true. It's just the word. We just push back on the word fraud, but yeah, big up. Do you know what? Ugarte is back though. Let's talk about that. There's a little bit of transfer news, a bit of rumors online. We'll talk about that as well, about Dallo and Bayern Munich potentially being interested in him. But Ugarte is back. We did talk about like who we would have back, what that would mean. Is 2 players back in training and 1 player back to the matchday squad because Mason Mount, obviously, it's too early. Ugarte, he's been out for, what was this been? A couple of weeks? When did he get injured? Was it against Everton? When did he get injured? Who did we play at home after that? Ipswich. Did he get injured against Ipswich?
Let's have a look.
I can't remember.
Let's have a look.
I've had so many games, so many injuries, I forget.
Oh, well, he scored against Everton, didn't he? So he definitely.
Oh yeah, so no, wasn't
that? We definitely played in that one. After that,
after Ipswich, Court Star said.
Was it after the Ipswich one? Is that when he came off?
And did he come off injured or Fulham? Oh, the FA Cup. Oh,
he played against Ipswich, so he's only missed Fulham. He's only missed Fulham and Arsenal.
Fulham, Arsenal, and Europa League once. So he's missed 3 games.
Yeah. So it'll be so obviously it'll be. I think it'll be him and Bruno in the middle this evening. And to be fair to Casemiro, he's done okay.
Yes.
He's actually done, and that shouldn't be, I suppose, too much of a surprise because one thing we have seen with Casemiro over his tenure at United is that as much as obviously he's not the Casemiro before and needs to be moved on, highest paid player at the club is a joke. Whenever he does play, he needs like 4 or 5 games to actually get to whatever his level currently is. So if he plays, a few games in a row, then suddenly go, actually, he's not too bad, But, Ugarte playing this evening will help. Still maybe he might not start. I know he was in training yesterday. Maybe Reba might save him for the weekend still against Leicester. And going back to actually just thinking about it, it's funny what can happen in football, isn't it? Because you go, okay, right, you draw against Real Sociedad, and we were coming out of that being like, no, we've just gone out the FA Cup, but drew against Real Sociedad away, which wasn't the worst result. Then obviously we play Arsenal, and you draw. You go, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. If you can win tonight, or at least get through tonight, you go, okay, got through on that one. Leicester away at the weekend, we're earmarking that as that's when we've got to win. Then suddenly you go, if I haven't lost in 4 games, then that's not too bad, is it? We haven't been able to just put together. It's not much of a run, just not losing, or you'd rather win, but that's better than what we've been doing this season, isn't it? And like you said before, with the games we've got coming up against those, better teams, like Newcastle, like Man City coming up, and the ones that we've like Nottingham Forest that we've earmarked, we're probably going to lose. The best chance we've got going into those games is to go in there with at least some modicum of momentum. And if we've got the momentum of, we haven't actually lost in a few games, that's not too bad. At least that's something, isn't it? At least that's something.
Do you fancy a? Well, we've got Collier now as well, so at least we've got 3 options in the deeper area in midfield, as well as Bruno because he's been playing there. So what about if I put this to you? A little Ugarte and Casemiro protection, Bruno Garnacho in the 10, Xerxes 9. Could I interest you? Can I interest you in that?
It could
Collier to come in when one gets tired.
I'd be interested. I'm not sure if he'll do it at home, though. I'm not sure if he'll do it at home, though. I'm
so you're saying still keep Bruno?
I think he'll be Bruno. I think it'll be Bruno, Ugarte. I think the 10s will probably be Xerxes and Garnacho, maybe Eriksen to bring Garnacho on. And I think that Casemiro will stay on the bench just because if you do go, let's say 1-0 up, you are going to have to bring someone on 10, 15 minutes to go to be like, right, see out the game, get by. But you might want a bit more. You might want to bring them both on flex. Heaven forbid we've got options.
I know.
You know what I mean? To see out the game, get everyone behind the ball. And actually, I would hope if, let's say we do go, we're 1-0 up and it's 20 minutes to go. That is when you talk about the adaptability of the 3-4-3. Go, right, that turns into a back 5 now. Do what you did against Arsenal. Get behind the ball. I know it's at home, shameless.
Then everyone's going to go negative. If they score, you shouldn't have took your foot off the gas.
Yeah, well, who gives a shit? We're not very good. We're rubbish. And we saw, to be fair, we saw this at the weekend. And I mentioned this during the match review against Arsenal. For all of the stuff about Old Trafford being quiet this season because obviously, Man United have been playing very well. We've been playing boring stuff and what have you. It was proven at the weekend that Man United actually, Old Trafford fans don't have a problem with defensive football if you've got something to defend. So if you go 1-0 up, or it's part of the wider game plan that makes sense, crowd are with you. They're with you. They'll defend with you. It's when you're either chasing the game or if it's a 0-0 and then you're passing the ball around the back and you're being slow. That's when they're going, well, you've actually still got to go win the game. Go do something first and then protect what you've got. So I think tonight, if we do get that goal, go 1-0 up, and then we sat behind the ball, I think United fans wouldn't care. But they know, everyone knows. You're not going to be 1-0 up and then be like going, we should be attacking, we should be winning 4-0. We're not going to do that. That's just not going to happen. But just get through, basically. Just get through.
No, I agree that it's not about how, it's just about doing it and making sure that we progress to the next round. You're right. If there's something to hold on to, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they will get frustrated in the moment of just show a bit. I just want to see us play a bit more. I don't want to see us like it was the same against Arsenal in the first half. Obviously, our game plan was that we knew that's going to be the best way to face this Arsenal side. Yeah, we knew that's going to be the best way to face this Arsenal side. But at the same time, when you're in it, you get like, oh, it's a bit negative. Come on, you've got the ball. Though. Go forward. I want to be excited. But the bigger picture, Flex, I'm going to start booing. I won't. The bigger picture is that we just got to get through at all costs. But you don't want to see us retreat too much and not have any belief, though. Like go too defensive too early because you're nervous. Like that needs to be in like the last 5-10. When you get to the 80th minute and you go, right, we clearly doesn't look like we're getting a third. Just make sure you don't F up. Because also they'll start throwing a kitchen sink at it as well. But you can't go too defensive too early.
Can I throw a bit of a grenade on this show this morning, Flex?
You can.
I was looking at my social media feed and I saw a piece from the Telegraph from Matt Law. Who says, I was reading that. Marcus Rashford is the latest player to profit from football's great rehabilitator. And he's basically saying that, Unai Emery has rehabilitated all of these players.
He's got a great track record for doing it.
And turning it around, blah, blah, blah. And I was just looking at it and I was thinking, the difference in press that people get of Manchester United versus any other club is kind of wild, isn't it? I mean, like I saw in the interview with the BBC and Sir Jim on Tuesday or whatever it was, Monday, the guy who was doing the BBC interview said to Jim Ratcliffe, like, what do you think about the decision, for Marcus Rashford to reboot and how he handled that? And he sort of said, it's fine. And he said, you should have a dressing room of people that are totally committed. And then the guy asking the question went, even though he's gone to Aston Villa and he's done really, really well. And I thought, when I was in that, I went, really, really well. I thought, he's done okay, you know what I mean? But this narrative that he's done really, really, really well, I thought, is that what we're going with then? Basically, it's just the fact that because like it was, I saw it was TNT did it. I saw a tweet come out last night going, a few weeks ago, Marcus Rashford wasn't even in match day squads. Now he's in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and you go, well, he just wasn't playing. That's not like
the James Sancho thing as well.
That's basically that's implying, like you said with the Sancho stuff last season, that Rashford's carrying Aston Villa to a Champions League final. Jadon Sancho carried, Borussia Dortmund to a Champions League final. I mean, obviously they were involved because they played. But let's also not over-egg the pudding here and suggest that, he was actually just being held down by this sort of horrible Manchester United ecosystem. And it's all fixed now because that's not what people were saying a couple of weeks ago. That's not what the media were saying a couple of weeks ago. The media were saying, well done, Ruben. That's a problem with Manchester United. All of these egos running roughshod, and now they've got to fix that, and they've done that. And it's just funny how the perception, and it's funny how the media will change. The moment that he's not in the Manchester United colours anymore. He's Manchester United affiliated, so there's still a story there. But the narrative has definitely already changed, and it's just very interesting. I'm just noticing, shall we say?
Well, I think I agree with most of what you're saying, but the other side of it is, though, he's always going to get better press if he plays better in a better team. And for me, I think that since he's gone to Villa,
like Show saying there, look, Asensio 7 and 9.
Yeah, he's the one really. Yeah. But they're saying that though. They're saying what a turnaround. They are saying that.
Yeah,
people are saying that.
But again, it's like obviously he's doing. He's like Sancho last year. He's doing okay. He's doing okay.
He's got 4 assists in 9 games.
Yeah, a few assists. What have you?
He's looking sharper.
That's fine.
I feel like when someone said there, he said, I wouldn't say he's doing really well. I would say he's doing
that's what I was. And I agree with that. Like when I saw the BBC thing, it was like, he's doing really, really well.
But the thing is, for us,
Villa are doing better than us. Of course, he's going to be doing better than
the
United.
hated a dog, never a nog thing is always that. Because players have been doing so bad when they've been with us, so bad. You got to remember, Anthony's amazing now. Remember,
exactly.
So it's the same. It's in line. It's in line with everything that always happens at this club and when they leave. The same, like you said, the Dortmund one last year was crazy. I saw Jadon Sancho have one good game against PSG where he cooked a little bit. It looked good. Then after that, he wasn't really doing anything. And then it was, Sancho watch-alongs and, you guys, you don't understand ball. And he's got tech. You lot are the problem. You don't understand this player. And now I'm seeing Chelsea fans go, all right, cool. He's just...
Well, it's just discussion of guys, can they get out the deal? Can they get
exactly. Out the deal? And really, what we're seeing is true. We're not seeing them do anything that has superseded anything they've done for us. Have we seen Marcus Rashford do what he's doing now when he's confident and wants to run around? It's the same thing. Nutmeg someone, cut it back. Like he's doing what he does.
He goes, I don't know what people were expecting. It was always guaranteed that he would go somewhere else and apply himself. He didn't want to be here. I don't know if he didn't want to be here, but I agree with that. The first part of that, definitely in the sense of there was always going to be an uptick. It's a new place, refreshed. Villa are better than us. They're in a more high-profile competition than us as well.
Which is why we all said good move. We all said that they do well there.
For body. So, he was always going to have it was always going to be a bit of a refresh because that's what he needed. He needed to go away and have a refresh. So, but the framing of this, look at this, just Manchester United. That's the problem. That all these players are held down. Oh, so you have to look at Marcus Rashford going, clearly with everything that's been going on the last few years, it wasn't able to handle it anymore, and he needs to go somewhere where, let's be honest, the pressures. Villa's still a big club, but it's half of what it is at Manchester United, if that. With the scrutiny and what comes with you. I mean, if Manchester United were playing in the Champions League round of 16 last night, oh my God, can you imagine just the chatter of what was going on at the moment? The Villa game last night, people weren't even watching it. They were watching Real Madrid versus Atleti instead. That wouldn't happen there where you'd be like, Man United are running the Champions League. So it's just a completely different kind of thing. And it's almost like people in the media forget that. Well, they know it, but they'll still try and do the story anyway, which is, Ruben Amorim in the mud. And you can sort of go, well, actually, it's not even really about Man United anymore. He's at Aston Villa. And as we said before, you want him to go there and you want him to do well, because if he does well, either Villa are going to trigger that option to keep him and we get 40 million quid pure profit, or he'll go elsewhere for maybe even more money. And that benefits United. We know we need it. So yeah, it's one that you notice. It's one that you notice, shall we say? Because look, now they're in the quarters. They're against PSG, which will be an interesting game. Of course, Rashford's got history against them.
Yeah,
and like I said, it's just funny the parallels of last season, isn't it? Of Sancho went to Dortmund in January, and then they got to the Champions League final, and then every time it was hold that Ten Hag. And I don't know, it's just funny if that will happen with Rashford and, get the Villa go really deep into the tournament and it'll be hold that Ruben. And it's just...
It will be. That's exactly what it will be. And actually, Asensio won't be able to play, will he?
Yeah, he's on loan from PSG. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I just remember. So we're first leg's in PSG in Paris. That's a game, innit? April 9th. There's some good games now. Champions League. Some good games. PSG Villa. Fair play to Villa, though.
I'm very curious.
Villa. I like Villa.
I really like how they play.
I like the manager. I like how they play. I like the individuals. I like the characters. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like I said, I know some people are like, I don't care Flex. I don't really wish him well that much or whatever. I said from the start, I hope he goes Villa and does well. Hope he goes Villa and does well because, one, we need to, his profile needs to go up whether he stays at Villa or not. So people need to see around the world that there's a player in Marcus Rashford, and we can then demand. Let's hope he keeps doing even more. So that's that 40 we were earmarking. Tell you what, mate. Look at Rashford, mate. Champions League semi-final, man, was doing this. Give us our 50. Give us our 55.
They're saying the Champions League doesn't have the parent club rule, so you should be able to play.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes it even more spicy. So that's brilliant. Nearly got one. We just got over 1K watching. 350 to 400 likes is what we're trying to get going here. So we got 287 as well. We're over 1,000 people watching live. So yeah, please do drop a like if you haven't done so already. Let's get between 350 and 400, as Nem Green says right there.
Well, Brian says, stop moaning about him, Owen. Let him be. He's still one of our own. I'm not actually moaning about him. I'm trying to let him be. I'm moaning about the coverage of, actually, it's not focused on Marcus Rashford. It's still focused on Man United. Like everything. And I know it's almost impossible for it not to be.
But it's never going to not be, yeah.
Because he's still a United player. But again, it's this sort of overhyping of something that everyone knew was going to happen. Like OJ mentioned earlier on. Of course, he was going to be playing more regularly. He wasn't playing at all. I mean, he wasn't even match day squad. So, of course, we're going to see him more. In addition to that, of course, he's going to be playing better because, he's in a new place with less scrutiny and a manager that actually does believe in him, and wants to work with him. Of course, it's going to be different. It's not a case of being like, he's not even that good or he's not even doing that. Everyone knows Marcus Rashford got talent. Everyone knows. But different environment, different circumstances. What we have seen is him in our circumstances, our environment. And it's not even a criticism of Rashford. To be honest, it's more criticism of the media going, stop trying to make something there that isn't really there, that we all know. Everyone's almost kind of moved on and wants to move on. Stop trying to sort of bring us back together kind of thing. But I guess, like I said, it's inevitable. But and another thing also, I'm just seeing because I saw Adi Oladipo tweet it. That Julian Alvarez penalty, yeah. I was watching that live last night.
Is it conclusive though? Is it?
I mean, yeah. Let us know in the chat about this. I mean, if you didn't see it, basically, it went to penalties between Real Madrid and Atletico, and Julian Alvarez took a penalty. He slipped. He scored. It went into the roof of the net. But VAR then said, whoa. It was a double touch.
Oh, when you see it, there's one hit. Oh, sorry, go on. There is
one does look like a double touch.
Yeah, it is. This angle it is.
My confusion was, and I don't know if they've explained this. Maybe someone can mention it in the chat. I just couldn't believe that it was like you just that penalty just rolled out. No, that counts as a miss. You cannot go back and cannot take that. I was really surprised by that. Because we've seen double touches in the league before. Does it always start with a free kick, or do they just get taken again? Because I use the analogy of if someone takes a penalty and the keeper saves it, but VAR goes, oh, the keeper was off his line, it'd be taken again. They don't just go, no, that counts as a goal then, do they? So I was a bit confused by the not having it retaken. Not so much the double kick, because obviously that bit's been in forever. But yeah, it was very, 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 very strange. Very odd one, that.
Yeah. So what did they do? They did actually disallow it. They did say, no, that's not a goal.
He scored. VAR went, no,
yeah, but they took it off.
Double touch. And they went, that counts as a miss.
Yeah, it counts as a miss.
It counts as a miss.
So he's going mad because the press conference was crazy. Anyone here, raise your hand if you saw that Alvarez. Did you see it? Come on. Did you see it? I've never seen VAR called to review a penalty in a shootout, he's saying. And maybe it's a rule which you think everyone should be aware of all the rules, especially the top pros and the big clubs. It's something that I can't remember seeing it recently of chalking it off for a double touch in a penalty shootout. Maybe someone else can put it in there. So maybe they're a bit confused as if to say well, I didn't think you would do that.
I just thought it'd get retaken. Yeah, that's what I thought. Retaken, but clearly,
because Simeone's thing is that I've never seen them do that. I've never seen VAR call to review a penalty in a shootout. I've never seen it. He's saying, but is that just because it hasn't happened since VAR?
Well, I mean, VAR
to review a penalty in a shootout.
Well, VAR would review if a keeper came off the line. That's been redone.
They do that. That's been redone.
That's definitely that's been redone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
maybe
know about
for a player
double
touch.
kick.
That's probably what he means. AJ said today's match starts at 1:30 in India. Praying that United put in a performance and progress to the next round. 1:30 a.m. That's crazy. That is mad.
Dedication, mate.
100%.
Dedication.
You're in the future. You're in the future over there in India.
Yeah.
8:30 kickoff for us. Sorry, 8. Oh wait, even more then. So what? 1:30. So they're not on the hour.
5.5. Yeah, it's 5.5. I think it's 5.5. Is that the different? I think it's 5.5. I used to work with some people in India. Yeah, it's wild.
That's mad. I didn't know that. I didn't even know any time zones have not on the hour. I thought everywhere was an hour.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else that has a half hour or like a 15-minute or something? I thought it was all an hour everywhere, at least on the hour.
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Let us know.
Let us know if you're watching from somewhere else that's like, yeah, we're 45, mate. We're on a 45. Like, just we're on 26. That's just how it goes. But yeah, that I don't know. I looked at that and I was like, I can't see that that's a clear and obvious double kick. And then I looked at the one, the slow-mo, when you go, you do see a bit of shift on the, but is that the air because he's planted his foot next to the ball? It's mate.
You remember the Ronaldo penalty when he did that once, where his stomp, he took a penalty,
stomp made the ball move,
and he stomped it, and they were like, this was his tactic. He stomped so hard next to the ball that the ball came off the ground by about that much, and then he almost could hit it flush it like a volley.
Ronaldo penalty ball pop up.
Yeah.
Must be this.
It's pretty wild actually when you see it. I don't know if that's properly intentional, but he meant it on purpose. And he stamps and the ball comes off the ground a little bit, and then you can catch it flush like a volley because it's in the air. It's pretty amazing. Actually.
It makes it pop up. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Not bad, is it?
Is that real? It is real, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? It's not a lot.
It's not.
It just literally comes up a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's wild.
So you can keep it more flush.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Science, mate. Science. Something funny. It's just it's off topic. It's completely off topic. Shout out my Jamaicans because the GOAT. Listen, you lot. It depends who you think is the GOAT, Messi, Ronaldo, whatever. But this is just what it is. I think Messi is. The GOAT has touched down in Jamaica for the first time ever. He's never been there. Been there. And in true Jamaican fashion, the social media posts from airport staff and just them seeing him for the first time. He hasn't even got out of the airport yet. This is on the runway kind of thing, walking off the plane. It's just brilliant. It's my people. We are just like no other. The excitement, the way that they respond to him, just Ross Clark. See him there? You see the GOAT there? See the boy there? See the dog there? See him there? Bomba Clark. Watch him now. Watch it. It is the best. It's the best. So shout out Messi touching down on Jamaican soil for the first time ever. Very iconic moment. And I'm sure we're going to see loads more social media clips throughout the days he's there playing. Is he going to be greeted by Steve McLaren saying "seal it up"?
Saying
"seal it up," 100%. That was doing the rounds again.
Seal it up.
But the way Steve is like, he goes, "No, you said something else earlier. Is it greetings, hailings?
Yeah,
No.
He's going big up.
Yeah, big up. Not that one. What did you say? And he's like, look me in the eyes. Hey, seal it up.
Seal it up.
A little bit earlier, a little bit of don't know, it could be fake news or just a discussion point. But Bayern Munich apparently interested in Dalot. Is that everyone saying good drive him to the Allianz? Is that
I think so because
then he'll be winning Champions Leagues and Bundesligas, and everyone will be going, see
against Arsenal at the weekend, like when he ran running it out of play.
What did KG do when he did that? Actually, what happened?
He just went silent. He literally just went completely silent. Even Marcel, who is talking about the end of time, the universe, the Earth spins round. He just went. When he puts his head in his hands, he just goes, "Yeah, it wasn't good. It was not good at all." And I'm genuinely, I am interested to see what happens to him next season because we're going to get a right wing back in the summer. I'm convinced of it. So does he just compete because he'll lose that fight? Marcel's been, he's like, oh, he's gonna be turned into a centre back. He's gonna be a right centre back. He's gonna be a left centre back. Maybe he will, but God, he's just dropped off. And actually, that might be the best thing for him is to not play some games, because I suppose the issue that we have is we can't take him out the side because we've got nobody else. So he just plays over and over and over and over again. So I don't know, but it's the same guy. Who's he being linked with moves to like Real Madrid or whatever?
Exactly, he was before, and Barcelona's always been one as well. Again, the two sources, we're just talking about something we saw online as a discussion point. It's not news, but Fisaches.com, I'm going to say, I think they're a big outlet out there in Spain. They're saying it, and it also has United Forever 7, Manchester United Forever 7, who I don't know. But
sometimes they like that Real Madrid though. Like with they'll buy someone and you'll be like, what are they buying that for? Like usually it's like fullbacks or something, and then actually they actually do it. Yeah, they're doing okay.
They're doing all right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Manchester Man United Forever is an aggregator account themselves, so they've got it from Fisaches Football. So
yeah, I mean, when it comes to Dalla, you never know. I mean, one thing I did notice about Real Madrid last night, their players dropping like flies. Yeah. Oh my God. They literally would get every few minutes, someone would get injury, hamstring. And I was thinking, because they've played so many games over the course of the last 12 months, haven't they? And they're going to play more in the summer with this Club World Cup thing. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of football. Fleck.
A lot of football, 100%. Speaking of a lot of football, there'll be a lot of football at Old Trafford tonight. Yeah.
If you define that as football, there'll be a lot.
There'll be all action football and a comfortable win for Man United as we go through to the quarterfinals of what is this? Yeah, round 60. Yeah, we're through to the quarterfinals. Who do we play if we go through? When we go through?
People saying that we'll end up playing Lyon? I think it is.
Well, Lyon already through in their one.
No, but I think people are saying that's what it'll most likely be.
I had it saved in my phone of the thing.
We'll have a look.
I saved the thing of there you go. So on that side, so we will face Lyon or FCS. Is that FCSB? Who's that? Yeah, FCSB. And so what's the score between them two already?
Europa League. It is 3-1 to Lyon, and Lyon are playing at home. So we'll play Lyon.
Yeah, so we'll play Lyon. That's why. Yeah. And then after that, we face the winners of. So on that, it's Roma Atletico. And then Fenerbahce Rangers, because Fenerbahce Rangers is 3-1 at the moment, isn't it? Rangers.
Yeah, and people, and that's at Ibrox tonight, isn't it? And Rangers, like I
was thinking that they're not good. They're not good.
No,
and they've got a new manager now, though. So you know what I mean. Maybe a bounce because I'm thinking of Rangers against Atletico or Roma. I can't see them getting past that.
But what is weird with Rangers?
Bilbao, not Atletico.
What is weird with Rangers in European competition is just no side likes to go to Ibrox on a European night.
No, they don't. So you got to get it.
That's how they got to the Europa League final a few years ago. It's just based off
finals in Bilbao as well. So we might have to face Bilbao obviously at Bilbao, which is where the final is. We might have to play there twice. There you go. Get an advantage in the final. And then Spurs.
When you look at those teams, because the side of the draw that Spurs were on, that's definitely the harder one, I think.
100%. Frankfurt. We wouldn't want to go play Eintracht Frankfurt over 2 legs now.
No.
We wouldn't want to play. I don't think we would want to play Ajax over 2 legs.
No, we wouldn't want to play. Obviously, Spurs and AZ Alkmaar. We'd be like, even going away to like Olympiacos. I mean, they won the Europa Conference League last season. We'd be like,
it's hard. It's them big teams. It's that, but at least Frankfurt and Ajax are playing each other. Then they'll have to play the winner of AZ and Spurs, so that will get them out. Bodo Glimt or Olympiacos, we wouldn't mind that, and then Victoria Plzeň we already beat. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one, but with those teams there, you look at it, you go, come on, man. Lyon will be a tough game though.
Will be a tough game
because FCSB, we mashed them up already, so they taking licks against Lyon. Lyon's, Is that who did they play? Stade Velodrome? No, that's Marseille. Where did they?
Oh, well, they've got their manager just suspended, wasn't it?
He's the one who got suspended for 9 months, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
With the headbutt. But they got, they got Lacazette in their team. Nemanja Matic. Tagliafico.
Oh, Groupama Stadium. Yeah, it'd be mad. 60,000 seat stadium they got, mate. They got Tagliafico as well, and Matic.
Yeah, Nemanja Matic,
Lacazette. Oh, it's a throwback. Who did we play against? We were like, it was all. Was that the Sevilla team? Was it who we played against? Someone who was like,
we
this
played
is just the old Prem man.
Fenerbahce. It was like,
Dzeko,
Tadic,
Amrabat, Fred, Tadic.
Yeah. It was literally, Premier League team of like 4 or 5 years ago, literally.
Yeah, it's mad. Shirky as well. He could play, mate. We'll wait and see. Leon's going to be. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, guys, it's match day. I'll see you at the ground. We will be there in the press box as well. So we will see you later. Hopefully, not hopefully. We're going through, so we'll be through to the next round, and we can all enjoy it together. We are out of here, guys. Oh yeah, Istanbul, Başakşehir. They had loads of ex-Prem players as well. We are out of here.
What the devil? 12:30.
What the devil is 12:30, and it's live. Yeah, today match day build up from 12:30. Check out What the Devil. Those guys will be live going forward at 12:30 on Thursdays as well. So we are out of here. Check that out, and we'll see you at the game. Peace.